Hi everyone, Julia here recording this October 11th, 2022, and quality versus quantity. That's one reason I pamper my dogs so much. It's because I feel like they have a short life comparatively, and they need the quality, they don't get the quantity. And the truth is, we're all like that. Even if we did live our normal lifespans, it would still not be that long when you can compare it to eternity. So, yeah, we should seek quality, not quantity. And of course, we've all been programmed to consume, get as much as we can of everything. And you can see the problem in the world when you look at how many obese people there are compared to what it used to be. And there you go, quantity over quality. And then all the stuff that people acquire. So many people not only have a house or two full of stuff, they also have stuff in storage. And it's just, and then they don't even know it's there or what's there. And a lot of people just die, and their stuff in storage, and then somebody else takes it. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's not. And it's just, yeah, it's gotten out of hand. And we really don't need to manufacture and produce any more goods. You know, we have enough goods unless it's new technology. Man, we need to learn how to refurbish and just use what we got and quit consuming so much stuff. I know they have planned obsolescence with so many things, and we have to buy new ones because they break. But even that, you know, there's a real niche there for somebody to come in and repair all this other stuff. And I guess when it gets really dire, then, you know, people will be doing that. But as it is, we're just such a disposable society. And once something's no longer useful, or it quits working, we just chunk it and get a new one instead of trying to repair it. And sometimes it's not possible to repair it because there aren't even any parts. But yeah, we've just gotten so out of hand with the whole getting stuff and quantity over quality. And I used to be a shopaholic, and I grew up really poor. Didn't have a lot of stuff, so when I did get a little bit of money, man, I just shopped and shopped and shopped and had 2 walk-in closets full of clothes. One was all my party clothes, all black, and the other one was my teacher clothes. And it was just obscene. I mean, I had over 50 pair of Doc Martens. And I did get most of those at discount places, but still, it was just obscene. And then all the, people buy these houses, these big fancy houses, and then they don't have enough furniture to put in them, so they have to just go buy furniture just to fill up space. And all the space that they really don't even need. So, yeah, I'm all about quality at this point in my life. Had enough of the quantity. Quantity does not fulfill you in any way. It just gives you more stuff to worry about, be concerned about. Definitely not worth it in my opinion. Quality, quality, quality. And speaking of space, we don't need a whole lot of space. We should spend more time outdoors and just have a nice little space where we can go and sleep and have private time or whatever, but we don't need a whole lot. And the way it used to be, I know it's not economically possible much to do this anymore, but everybody gets their own apartment or own house, and so many just one person dwellings and big dwellings, and it's just kind of obscene. We've gone overboard with the quantity aspect. But one of the other things I was going to mention was leaving things the way we found them or better. And that includes our space that we live in, especially if it's shared space, and everywhere we go. I see people, or I've seen people, I haven't really been down to the beaches during tourist season here, but in Spain it was just amazing how much trash these families would leave. And these are people who could afford a decent vacation, take their kids on it, and then give this example of just leaving everything. When they leave the premises, they just leave all their trash behind. So I doubt if any of you are like that. But yeah, that's just a great little motto to have, especially if you live with people. You have housemates and roommate situations. And when I lived in Austin with a lot of roommates, I used to say, leave it the way you found it or better in the community areas, you know? And it's a good little motto, a good saying, because who's gonna argue with that? Leave it the way you found it or better. So yeah, it's about respect, and respect for ourselves by not trying to fulfill ourselves externally with stuff and quantity and more and more and more. And again, where does that go? Back to shadow work, back to emotional healing. And again, there's an emotional healing playlist on this channel. So yeah, if you find yourself just wanting excess of everything, then start looking inward and seeing why that is. Because there really is no happiness in that whole quantity drive. Now, I guess some people could have quality and quantity, but even in that situation, you know, there's only so much stuff you can enjoy. So, yeah, most of us need to scale down. It was so liberating to me back in 2005 when I moved to Prague, and I went from a 2-story house full of stuff to 2 suitcases. Yeah, very liberating. And it's just stuff, you know, talk about not having attachments. Do not have attachments to stuff. And I've lost some really nice stuff that was sentimental even. But even that, you know, the attachment, you just have to let it go. Keep the big picture in mind, that it's all just stuff. And everything here is temporary. And yeah, and you know, we're supposed to even have detachment from loved ones, like your human loved ones and your animal loved ones. That's where I have a harder time. But as far as material goods, no problem, no attachment at all. And every now and then it's like, I really don't want to give that up, but I don't use it, so give it up. You know, it's just so silly, the attachments we have to these inanimate objects. And yeah, and the one other thing I was going to mention was how smooth everything went when I took Biggie to the vet on Saturday. It's a walk-in basis only, and he was very nervous and shaking like a unbalanced washing machine. But we got there just at the right time, only one person in front of us, and everything went pretty smooth. Biggie did not defecate himself like he did the time before, and right when we were leaving, the place was packed. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes even when you're feeling like you're in a crisis, everything just kind of works out smooth if you just breathe through it and relax through it and know that everything's always going to be all right. Again, because nothing is permanent. It's all temporary. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and have a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and I'll talk to you next time. And remember to always focus on what you want and help others if you can. Ciao, ciao.